We arrived in Edinburgh, Scotland in October. It was Mike's first visit to his family's homeland. I'd been to the city before, years ago, but it's still the elegant, remarkable city I remember. Our taxi brought us downtown from the airport, and we thankfully found our hotel warm and welcoming. From the dining room window we could see Waverley Station, a main transportation hub, and the distant spire stoked our excitement for the days to come. So we're on the Royal Mile, and it's rainy and cloudy, very Scottish. The Royal Mile dates from the 12th century and stretches from the Rock of Edinburgh Castle to the Palace of Holyrood House, the official residence of the King, which is open to the public and where visitors can tour the apartments where Mary Queen of Scots lived. The Scottish kitsch sold in the shops was the usual tourist fare, shortbread and whiskey and plaid caps, but here and there a storefront beckoned, and I studied the lovely cashmere and woolen treasures. As I walked, my imagination conjured scenes from familiar fiction and history alike. The closes and winds, which refer to the slight alleyways and lanes which run between the medieval buildings, remain, and are a glimpse into the tenements and gates which once served as a main thoroughfare throughout the city. Okay, we're at the park, right near the National Gallery. It's beautiful, blustery. Okay, so you come in here, and then we're room 612. We're gonna go up here. The Indigo Edinburgh Princess Street is an IHG hotel, and it does have 20 Princess Street restaurant and the Juniper Bar on site. They have a lovely breakfast buffet. Our room was compact, but had everything we needed, and was a warm and cozy place to rest after the long flight. This is really nice. I love being able to sort of keep all of our stuff in one area, which is lovely. And so we're all stocked up with tea and coffee and chips and treats. And the view is great. Look at that. We've got the tram and a really nice view. And the bathroom's very lovely too. That's okay. After a short rest, it was time to head out to find a pub dinner. The hotel has a literary theme, and the building itself has loads of character. It was an adventure just getting from the hotel room to the front door, which was part of the charm. We are notorious stair takers, but there is an elevator as well. There were many welcoming pubs nearby. October in Edinburgh is crisp and often rainy, though we were told it was worse than usual during our visit due to Storm Babette. We laughed when the clerk said, "We figured you might have heard what you were in for coming here just now." This night, Babette was in full force, and so we enjoyed the salty pub food washed down with delicious fresh Guinness, and under umbrellas in the downpour, made our way back to the Royal British Hotel. The next day, we were on the move again. So we made it to our next hotel, which is the George. And it's an intercontinental, and it's beautiful. We're so happy to be here. Feel very grateful. Let's have a tour. The service at the George was excellent, and the room was cozy and elegant. There is a restaurant and a coffee shop on the main level, though once the weather brightened and the sun came out, we explored the local food scene. The location of the hotel is picturesque, and I did not get tired of this view. And the bathroom is lovely as well. Can't see out that window, which is just fine. It's all very posh and lovely. We often stay in modest Airbnbs or budget hotels, but sometimes we are able to enjoy a bougie hotel for a few nights, especially if that means we are able to be close to the sights of a new city. We were excited for our Haunted Edinburgh tour. This was a lot of fun. The atmosphere was perfect for a spooky October night. We learned about the people and places we had walked by earlier on, but it was a cold, frosty walk, and I was glad I had bought the gloves. The next morning was our tour of Edinburgh Castle. Set upon its mighty rock, Edinburgh Castle's strategic advantage is clear. Seeing the site's military potential, Iron Age people built a hill fort on the rock. The castle has suffered many sieges and changed hands many times, and its defenses have evolved over hundreds of years. Mons Meg, one of the greatest medieval cannons ever made, was given to King James II in 1457. Edinburgh Castle was home to kings and queens for many centuries. Queen Margaret died here in 1093. The chapel built in her honor by her son King David I is Edinburgh's oldest building. The Great Hall, completed in 1511 for King James IV, hosted great banquets and state events. But the king had very little time to enjoy his new addition. James IV died in 1513, fighting English forces sent by his brother-in-law, King Henry VIII of England. Above the door to the royal palace are the gilded initials MAH for Mary Queen of Scots. Mary gave birth to James VI in the royal palace in 1566. He became King of Scotland at 13 months old and united the crowns of Scotland and England in 1603. The Scottish crown jewels are on display, but there is a long line, and we didn't wait. Now, tickets are available at the castle, but we purchased ours online, which is always a time saver. We booked the guided tour and admission, which was £23 per adult, though we thought it was well worth the cost. Next to Princess Street Gardens, St. Cuthbert's Cemetery has a stunning view of the castle from almost every angle, and with the oldest tombstone dating from 1606. We explored this Gothic reminder of Edinburgh's citizens and what life must have been like in this city back then. Time for a cozy pint and hot serving of shepherd's pie, and it's an early night because tomorrow we're off again.